Western Regional Minister Kobna Tridako Mensah took the salute for the 63 Independence Day regional celebration at the Takoradi Jubilee Park. In all, a total of 1,164 from schools and regimental institutions made up of contingents from the Ghana Navy, Air Force, Police Service, Prison Service, Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Revenue Authority, Metropolitan Guards, and school cadets, students from first and second schools, as well as traders from the various markets in the metropolis, took part in the parade. In his remarks, the regional minister called for cohesion, especially in the election year, and the need to project the gains of the Western region.
Since we gained our independence, we have had difficulties and stumbled in the search to reach our potential. But Ghana has never lost her position as the inspirational leading light on the African continent. At 63, we know that we have squandered many opportunities that, properly utilized, would have brought us to the economic breakthrough to which we aspire. We lament, and rightly so, the infrastructure deficit that plagues all sectors of our lives, and the considerable number of our people who still live in poverty. But if truth be told, we have a solid reason to rejoice and be thankful to the Almighty, for this is a blessed nation. It is a good thing that we are usually so very hard on ourselves, and the critical voices sometimes drown out everything else. For as long as we have not achieved our economic goals, we cannot and we should not relax and be complacent. However, we should learn to count our many blessings and not top ourselves down unnecessarily. It is surely must count for something that our nation has not been spared the ravages of civil war that have racked some of the neighbors and other nations on the continent. It must not count for nothing. It must not count for something that we have been spared the epidemics that have brought havoc to other nations in our neighborhood. It certainly must count for something that we have been able to keep our terrorist activities from our country. And we cannot take for granted the peace and stability that defines Ghana and brings in all the investors. Our politics might not always be the most edifying, but they are demanding and loud, and all citizens cherish the right to freedom of expression. We are into the 28th year of this fourth Republican Constitution, the longest uninterrupted period of stable constitutional governance in our history. We have had regular, hard-fought elections and peaceful changes of administration, and managed to avoid third-term maneuvers. This is something for which we should all applaud ourselves. Please, we should clap for ourselves for keeping 20 years of continuous, stable, democratic governance in this country. Other countries have not had that.
For Joy News, in Athalia Kwanzaa, Western Region.